Okay, that's a very good question. Everybody is talking about incorporating storytelling into their contents that they are developing. But there's a vast gap between storytelling and story selling. In story selling, it is an exchange process. You want the customer to make a decision, and the decision is for him or her to make a buy. In storytelling, you are sharing a narrative to move people's feelings. In story selling, the narrative is for the customer to make a decision. It's like a transformational journey. So when you look at it critically, in storytelling, we are transitioning from the story and making it part of the customer so that the customer will make a decision. We don't want the customer at the end of the day to say, I'm happy, I like the story. That is not what we want. At the end of the day, it is not what the story is about, but what kind of behavioral change did the customer make. So anything that comes in place of storytelling, we should be able to draw the lines that in story selling, you want the customer to be part of the process to be able to make a decision. We are not interested in touching the emotional bits, but we want him to make a decision through the story that he or she hears. If you look at the context of story writing, people traditionally will say introduction, body, and conclusion. In story selling, we want to start from the conclusion because that is the end point where the decision must be made. So we don't start and transition you quietly. It's like a journey. We are not taking you to a journey. We are taking you to a transformational decision making. Change your preferences, your behavior from one product or service to the other. And you can only do that if you are made a part of the product. So that differentiates the storytelling, which is more like a narrative, which is supposed to influence your feelings and has an end. In story selling, we want the customer to make a transformation from where he is today. We want him to make a decision, and the final decision is for him or her to buy into the product or service that we are putting on the market. First and foremost, you have to know why you want the story to be part of the decision-making process of the customer. If your whole idea is for the customer to make a decision, then you have to make sure that in your story, you don't tell the customer what he wants to hear, but you are telling the customer what you want to hear to make you take a decision. That is the most important point. And like we always say, every story that we are telling from a marketing perspective, there should be a call to action. What decision or action do you want the customer to make? If you are able to make that impression forcefully and clearly, the customer will make a decision, because most of the time people feel storytelling is like, I have created my own thing and you have to listen. But when it comes to story selling, it is for the customer, it's not for the brand. The customer should be within the story. Let him feel that this is me so that he can make a decision. And that is the most important thing.